yung Outworld Devourer na mag-shine kasi napaka-dependent sa Outworld Devourer na maglan ng Arcane Orbs to deal the damage. And with the
he needs to be alive for that to happen. And Omni Knight really helps him do that. Early lane, I'm thinking Omni Knight will do well against a Silencer rin naman, especially with that Repel. Kasi once he casts that, madidispel na yung mga damage over time. Debuffs ng isang Silencer.
Into the game we go. It's gonna be DTR versus Universe 7. Dominator on the Radiant side. Ito na, si The Tox. Ating Silencer, si Shedski Gaming, ang ating Troll Warrior. Midori Masama sa kanyang Slardar. PG1 Reds Blue with the Outworld Devourer at si Y.
Y na lang ang masasabi natin.
Sand King.
The side naman ng Universe 7, that is Pau Pau on that Draw Ranger XD. Sa Invoker, Freddy 101 on that offlane Omni Knight. Support Kungka, just SYFY. Saka si Weng Kai. On that Shadow Shaman. Tignan mo naman to, may nagka-cancel na itong Draw Ranger natin.
Kanyari.
Nagka-problem na.
Isang survivor yan.
Isang survivor. Tingnan nga natin kung hindi siya magagank.
Happy birthday, Kuya D.
Happy birthday,
Kuya D. Sabi ni Bosalo. Tala dito sa top lane. Merong isang trio dito naglalakadas. Patala kasi sila ni Omni Knight. At dahil doon, napapos siya. Sabi niya, wait lang. Wait lang daw. Guba akong drone.
Guba.
Ayaw niya nung bug. So,
kaya nag-reconnect siya.
I doubt na maayos to, though.
Well, from our end, malamang hindi. Pero from his end, probably, maayos.
Diba? Survivor.
That is one scary Draw Ranger. Tingnan nga natin if he becomes scary in this game indeed. Ang left daw mahina, medyo sabog daw yung sound, sabi ng mga Twitch.
So may problem yata ating audio.
Kayang-kaya yan ni Engineer Leg.
Siyempre.
Kalma lang kayo mga bets. Happy birthday, Idol Luno. Sino mo naman? Mga magkakasunod na pinanga, Leggy at Luno.
Oo naman. Parehas malupit.
Parehas malupit.
Si Draw ay bug pa rin, but it's fine. So, Bounty Rune is 1-for-1, pero dito sa may... actually, tatlo pala nakuha
3-for-1 in favor of the Radiant. So, good.
Wala kasi silang name tags pa, kaya tayo nalito na konti. Still very good para sa ating... Okay, hindi daw marinig. Yun ang problema. Hindi natin alam kung bakit, but it doesn't matter. The mid lane, it's gonna be the Invoker laban sa Outward Devourer. Sa baba, tri-lane ng Silencer, Sand King at Troll Warlord against the Omni Knight. And I really like this kasi katulad nito, kaya nila i-force out ang Omni Knight na naturally napaka-atake sa lane. But here comes the damage mula sa side ng Radiant. Fairy Fire as well as the Purification para malugtas sila dito.
I like how he was confident in waiting out that Purification at the very last moment. Hinintay niya pa mag-commit sa forest in even. Kaya, yeah.
Now he Burn of the Solve. Wala pa siyang level dito. That's devastating para sa isang Omni Knight. But, naturally, napakagandang offlane na isang Omni Knight. But with 3 heroes versus 1, tapos ganito pa napakalakas sa level 1 na composition dito from the Dominator side. Talagang mahirapan ngayon si Omni Knight. He only has, meron siyang isang creep wave dito to work around with. So, at least abot siya level 2.
PMS, so a big deal in the early stages para sa kanya.
Top lane, I think same lang din ang situation dito para sa ating Slardar. Well, unfortunately, wala siyang heal katulad ng isang Omni Knight. So, mas lalo siyang mahirapan dito. Although, he's doing a great job. He's actually level 2 na agad. Sapping experience din mula dito sa isang...
Pero na-spot siya dito ni Shadow Shaman.
But Shadow Shaman needs to run away from
siya pa ang lumakbo dito. At naipit pa siya. Bad cornering mula sa kanya. Napathing siya dun.
Definitely. It's a lot of damage being dealt dun sa isang Shadow Shaman. Now, so actually, Omni Knight opting for the second point in level 2 repel.
Well, kita niya naman, he can't go on the aggressive, so medyo not really smart to go for that
the
early
wraparound
aura.
Mula sa Sand King. Arcane Curse hindi tatama dito, so hindi sila push through. Sobrang... a little bit of a misplay mula sa side ng TR. Pero, ito naman sa mid lane, kamusta ang ating last hits and denies? It's 11 for OD, 16 para sa Invoker.
So despite the kasi with the Astral Imprisonment, usually gives a big advantage sa OD in the laning phase. Pero the
Well,
precision aura paying
precision
off
aura talaga.
para sa Invoker. And later on, maganda nga ang magiging combination ng Battle Trance and OD. The
Definitely.
attack speed will really add up on those stolen intelligence. Tsaka
That's for
even
sure.
more synergy yung pag magka-2 intelligence even empowers the Swanity's
Yeah.
Eclipse even further.
And now, we do have the Slardar who is only level 2. Nahirapan na siya ngayon, although kanina, much better start. He does have the PMS, so kaya niya magstay dito. Kasi unlike dun sa may bottom lane na maraming magic damage yung composition
It's
dito ng
mostly
DTR.
physical at the
Sa top lane, mostly physical. So, sa top lane we go. There's aggressive maneuver kay Freddy. Wala silang makakuha nga lang na kill. But in the mid lane, there's gonna be the Sand King finding the kill.
Good
That's
rotation.
first blood. Good
From the
rotation
Sand
nga
King.
naman. Mula dito sa ating Sand King. Despite having the ward, the uphill ward dito ang Invoker, napaka-aggressive pa rin niya and he paid the price. I think ang setup na nangyari doon was the Astral Imprisonment into the Barrow Strike. Napaka-potent na combo.
In that 4 seconds na wala
Shackle
mga
dito
shackles
sa
committed.
torrent
Plus the torrent.
connection, but the ring masama is quite tanky. There's the chain stun para sa isang Konga at mapapatay nila yung Konga dito.
Shadow
That's
Shaman
one down
in
so far.
trouble.
Shackle dito para sa Slardar. There's the Sunstrike being casted. Tumama dito and that's 1 for 1. They want dito si Sand King. Wenka is still alive but look at the damage mula kay Pau. That's it. That's
good
gonna be
hit
enough.
na mag-TP out.
Yeah, TP out and the PMS, a lot of tankiness dito para sa ating Slardar. So,
Unfortunately,
one for
talagang
one.
naging perfect yung Sunstrike na hindi nila na-split yung damage talaga. That
No.
was just purely on the Slardar. Maybe they could have turned it around even further if the Slardar survived. Pero
sure.
yeah, sometimes you can never really you
But
can
then
never pinpoint the exact location. Good
But-
repel from the Omni Knight. Secures his life.
Mid lane we go. There's a Invis rune para kay Kunkka. Pero nandito rin si Sand King. Mukhang gusto nilang pagbalakan na masama itong Invoker. There's the cold snap. Barrow Strike will be there. Pero Kunkka hindi pa rin nagpapakita dito. Here goes the Kunkka. There's the X-Mark. Torrent to connect. And the damage mula sa Forge Spirit as well as the Invoker. It's gonna be enough. A lot of damage mula dun sa Raid Dark Side. And that's the second kill para sa ating, I think they are, anong thing nila? Universe 7.
Universe 7. And look at that. Invoker really dominating the last hits charge. 11 last hits ahead of that OD. Parang not the expected result, especially with the matchup. Pero there we go. The power of that precision aura.
So, position aura talaga. Laking 1-up para sa isang Invoker.
Exort max on the exort plus the damage.
No, the Omni Knight though, he is now level 4, double
Going for the
mango.
double mango build.
Yeah.
Working towards that soul ring. So yung isa at least pwede niya magamit in a
Top lane.
mango in a pinch.
Sand King and Slardar, Barrow Strike tumama dito and there's the Slithery Crash. The damage is enough. Here comes the shackles mula kay Wenkai in the tower. Nagbago siya ng
Target.
aggro pero
In-aggro yata yun ng Slardar. I'm
In-aggro nga
pretty
ng
in-aggro
Slardar.
So,
but still
not
does the
enough,
job.
pero that was good mechanics being shown by
The teammate.
the team. So yeah, really goes a long way sa mga ganitong games na win.
Sand King in the mid lane.
Just a bit of harass damage, pero with the Quas region, that will go a long way.
Here comes Tux though. Finds the Kunkka, but again, Kunkka is quite a tanky target. Isa siyang strength type hero, so hindi rin naman ganun kadaling patumbayan ng isang Kunkka. Especially the silencer.
Plus the armor, above average armor si Kongka. Plus the region, actually very good early sustain talaga.
Top
to si
lane, there's
Kongka.
the shackle para sa Slardar dito, but no further follow-up.
Sunstrike was available, pero syempre, if it's not gonna turn out into a kill, you don't wanna waste that long cooldown.
A lot of mana as well, but dito sa top lane, Slardar, nakita niya si Drow. Si Drow hindi masyadong naglakad. Actually, nag-overstay siya dito. Here comes the Arcane Curse, but na-shackle dito yung Sand King. Will there be a follow-up? But looks like the damage mula dito sa Slardar, as well as the silencer will be
Shaman
enough.
might
And
also go down here.
yun na nga nangyari dito kay Wenkai. Isa na lang tinaman siya ng
So,
right click mula sa
and
Sand King.
for it from that rotation for
Yeah.
the silencer. So very good rotation. Linakad lang yan from the
Well
bot
and
lane.
good. Definitely. And I think the big misplay dun sa part ng Draw Ranger who overstayed. I don't know if it was the nighttime vision na talaga nagbigay sa kanya ng reduced vision noong time na yun kaya hindi siya masyado nag-back. When it comes smoke versus smoke, 2 versus 2, not enough much mana sa the Radiant. X marks para sa Sand King, Torrent to connect, but the Arcane Curse proving to be a problem. Here comes the OD as well, and the Baros Strike dito kumonekta sa Shadow Shaman. May cold snap rin, pero hindi na maliligtas sa kanyang tropa dito. This is another kill going in favor of the Radiant side. Pero ang ganda ng Astral Save dito, mukhang mapapatay pa nila. Si Invoker Sunstrike will not connect. And napakagandang team fight, teamwork dito mula sa side ng Radiant, ng Dominator. Look at that. Did you see yung min-maxing nila doon para Swarley?
Iba nga yung galaw. Nakikita mo ang mga ginagawa nila. The little things really paying off for them. Nakita naman natin they were showing off their mechanics from an early point. And until now, you know, those mechanics really give you an edge in any competitive fight.
Definitely. To think na sobrang konti na lang nung mana nung pag-work around na ito, especially the Sand King, and nauna pa talaga na initiation yung Universe 7, but again,
pero not enough damage and good rotation from the OD secures them winning that early engagement.
And the saves. Again, the saves mula dun sa Outworld Devourer. And,
despite Outworld Devourer losing on the last department, at least his team is making sure to pick up the slack.
Okay. Pero ngayon, ang nauuna pa rin sa ating net worth is the Troll Warlord. Sinusunod naman ng Invoker. Sama ng Drow Ranger. And Outworld Devourer, medyo nararamdaman na niya yung sakit nung kanyang mga missed last hit, I would say. Ngayon siya ang pang-5 sa net worth. But I don't think that he is far too concerned about it.
Well, going for that double null talisman build. Sometimes you see that Veil of Discord on the Outworld Devourer. I think it will be okay since on top of the silencers minus intelligence from his opponents, it will add up in the damage.
Top lane we go. There's the X mark the spot dito, pero mukhang mapapasama pa yata si Kunkka. Torrent to connect sa Slardar, pero na-stun na dito si Kunkka. There's the Gust. Dalawa tinaman. The silencer. Repel will be there. Ready for the helmet. Mukhang mapapasama pa si Slardar dito. Look at that. The damage sounds like hindi na kinailangan dito sa 1-4-0 trade dito sa top lane. With the TP mula sa Omni Knight, sobrang na-turn around dito ng Universe 7 ang laban. And that's one kill going in favor of them.
They needed that. They were losing control of the game, especially for a Draw Ranger. You want Draw Ranger to be playing from pole position. Yeah. Overall, good rotation. Hindi ko pa alam kung anong items what Draw Ranger will actually go for. He actually goes for the Dragon Lance. Very early Dragon Lance, 10 minutes in. Good item all around. HP plus the range secures his safety sa mga fights. Well, helps. Not really ensures.
There's the Arcane dito.
Astral
Imprisonment para sa setups. Slither Crush will be there. And syempre, Outward Devourer.
Ooh,
Easy picking.
nice
Sama mo
bash.
pa yung bash talaga doon.
Value
point.
Bash on point.
Yeah.
Level 1. 10%
Level
lang yan, diba?
10% chance.
10% making it work.
Yeah.
RNG sa
Another smoke dito para sa Radiant side. This time, solo lang para sa Slardar. Piniping nila dito si Pau Pau sa kanya Drow Ranger. Na mukhang mapapasama na naman ang pwesto dito. Yun na nga, nag-overstep siya ng kaunti. Makakapag-catch up dito yung Sand King. There you go. There's the Sand King. Barrow Strike will be there. They didn't crash. Nandun pa. Meron pa kasamang corrosive phase dito. And Pau Pau, not long for the world. A good gust, but it will not prevent his death.
And just like that, at 900 gold away from his Blink Dagger. Parang kanina, he was getting nothing from the early lane. Pero he made the right play. He just rotated para sa team niya. And it paid off big time.
Perfectly. It's very good para sa ating Slardar dito. So 10-4 ang ating scoreline. 2,000 net worth lead para sa Dominator. What's the plan for Universe 7? Because, you know, sabi mo nga kanina, ang Drow Ranger magiging successful kapag nauuna talaga sa early game. But right now, nagkakaroon siya ng konting problem. In fact, siya ang pang-apat sa network. What is the catch-up para sa Universe 7? Hold that thought because there's gonna be an aggressive maneuver para kay Wenkai dito. Pero mukhang sila pa yata mapapaback because there's a lot of TPs being committed. Although, Sand King kumuha pa ng pumuslit pa ng bounty run dito. But anyway, ano nga ba ang catch-up para sa Universe 7?
Catch-up nila, since he went for that Dragon Lance, he can really just group up with his team, especially once Rasta gets his Serpent Wards available. Kasi every time that is off cooldown, they can easily take objectives with the Precision Aura with that Serpent Ward. And they can just do a 4-man stake, let Invoker farm.
Okay.
Tapos talagang yung 4-man, magpo-4-man, Death Ball. Omni Knight, repelling him. Well, parang nothing really goes through that repel except the bash of the Slardar and Troll. Actually, pero that is still based on chance. So So, I think that is the right move for them. Since he is behind, ayaw niya mag-isa eh. He won't go for that split push. Ang mag-split push dyan siguro ideally yung Invoker because he is ahead.
That's decent, but in the mid lane, staying is ahead. Ito na nga, ang sakot naman ng Radiant side. Will there be enough damage? Naghabol pa rin dito yung Sand King, but there is that power strike connection against the Ghost Walk din. Pero ito mga Silencer makapatumba. Still, OD chasing.
So much aggression.
So much aggression nga naman. There, naman sa may bandang Torre, nahanap nila yung Omni Knight dito, but there is the Drow Ranger dealing a lot of damage. But the heal wala sa purification. Maliligtas ako. There is gonna be the GA committed, pero na-stun pa rin ni Madrimi dito. Look at that Barrow Strike, dalawa din naman, but Torrent connection on the Outworld Devourer. At sila pa yata mapapasama dito. That's 3-4-1. Trade dito, super hyper aggressive ng Dominator.
Pero MVP on that side sa Dire, that was perfect play from the Omni Knight, keeping the Drow Ranger alive. On-point repels, on-point Guardian Angel, and Purification. Hindi rin siya nag-minted sa side na yun. Kasi Drow Ranger came really close to dying many times in that clash. But with Omni Knight watching his back, easy.
Easy for Universe 7. And talking about yung kanina yung catch-up potential dito ng Universe 7, that's a big win para sa kanila dito.
Unfortunately, ginamit
Almost
nila yung
1,000
Serpent
gold.
Wards doon. I don't think that Serpent Ward was particularly necessary kasi it was in the trees. Wala naman siya na-trap. So, yun na yung pinaka-negative na nangyari para sa side ng Dominator sa clash na yun.
Yeah, they could have used it to transition into a
This
push.
could have been their first tower of the game.
Sadly, that's not gonna be the case. But Papaw, staying here in the bottom lane, nandito lang din si Troll Warlord, pero sa may bandang jungle, here comes the Conka, finding the Silencer. There's a Tortonic, good repel so far, pero na-silence pa rin sila dito. Arcane Curse connects on one only. Last word para sa Omni Knight at mapapabak na lang sila dito. But here comes the Troll Warlord, one axe, kanyang binato. At that's gonna be enough. No more further aggression from both teams. Actually, nag-TP out pa si Silencer doon.
I think this Troll Warlord is doing the right thing, especially after he got his Vladimir's. Kasi when you get a Vladimir's on the Troll Warlord, you will be fighting often and early para sa team mo, making full use of it. Especially with their lineup, they can really fight early. Especially, I mean, despite na OD nag-fall off siya early, nakabawi naman siya eh.
Yeah.
So tsaka they have two very good stuns as well as Global Silence to ensure team fights going their way.
Top lane is actually some split push by the Drow Ranger. At ang kanyang first choice of item is gonna be the Force Staff. Samantala, ang OD naman did not go for the first pick, Midas. Actually, ang kanyang kinuha dito yung sabi mo kanina, double null. But usually, you go for double null into the Midas, pero ang ginawa niya dito, bote muna plus the threads. And maybe his Midas could be too late. Ang gandang scan dito mula sa Dire side. Naspatan nila yung potential Roshan dito. At yun na nga. But question is, can they contest?
That is Corrosive Haze plus the Battle Trance. So,
but no silence available dito. Here comes the Torrent connection. There's the X-Mark Torrent. Ang both pa mag-connect. Look at the Barrow Strike though. Here comes the Serpent Wards as well. Epicenter committed and that's gonna be the Omni Knight down. Shackle para sa OD. Pero siya pa rin ang nakampas dito. Wenkai. Not long for the world. Si Papaw naman ang target dito ng side ng Dire side. But look at the first stop. Although Midoriya masama, he finds him just like Midorima sa ating
Boku no Hero.
Sa
Boku no Hero, diba?
Hindi, sa Kuroko no Basket.
Okay. Iba pala yung Midoriya sa ano. Sorry, hindi ako updated sa anime, pero
and free Serpent Wards dito. Sige lang. Yung kung ano kay Boss Tate, ganun sa akin.
Sige. PM ko na lang.
Sige.
Anyways, ang mali talaga dun kung not timing that ghost ship. Medyo, nagtaka pa siya eh. Hinesitate niya. And once you hesitate that ghost ship combo, kasi tumama na yung torrent niya eh. And really, medyo nagka-crumble na under the pressure dito ang Universe 7. Ay, Dominators.
Actually, if you think about it, wala pang silence na ginamit dun sa laban na. Isipin mo, di na nga sila nag-silence, natalo pa rin sila sa laban na. All things considered, hindi rin naman masyadong ready yung Invoker to fight on that fight. Not in a position to land the combos.
Well, Invoker is not a tempo mid naman talaga. He's a very greedy mid hero. He
Here
needs
comes
that
the
Aghanim.
Slardar though, na silence at the gust is quite on the mark. But here comes the Battle Strike. Connection para sa Omni Knight, may chains lang ba? Meron nga! At napatay nila with the silence as well. Now they're hunting for the Drow Ranger. Naku po, napaligiran nila dito. There's the corrosive face. Di ka na makataas. No more kite. Last word and everything on top.
And
Midori-sama.
more intelligence
Midori-sama.
going in the way of Silencer. Pang ilang int niya na yan? Nakarami na.
18 intelligence.
So parang 1 int per minute na siya at this point.
Yeah. Consolation prize para sa Universe 7. Nakakuha sila ng Tier 1 tower sa may mid lane. They still are finding so much problems dito. Heading to our game. And now, it's 16-8 with a 5,000 net worth lead para sa ating Dominator, Team Dominator.
And fortunately, para naman sa Invoker, he is keeping up there on the network chart, really. Thanks to that Midas, and 900 gold away from that Aghanims will help them hold that high ground, especially with that Tornado EMP combo. Very, very potent tool.
This is the problem para sa Universe 7. The push mula dito sa ating Dominator. Look at that, another Tier 2 tower falling in the hands of this Troll Warlord, and I doubt that they will stop. Tala dito, there is a Shadow Shaman with a split push. Napatay niya yung Tier 1 tower sa may bottom lane.
Talaga, yung power talaga ng Shadow Shaman as a solo, as a hard support, he can take down towers if left uncontested.
Pag tama talaga yung timing mo, kaya-kaya mong patumba ng Torre. Now, Invoker, meron na siyang Aghanim Scepter. Double null din ang kanyang build dito. Well, the Sand King is already up with 2,400 gold. So, pwede na siyang bumili dito ng Blink Dagger, and that's gonna be his decision. So, more initiating tools para dito sa ating Dominator team.
May tinatanong dito si Champion 101, di ba may universe na team din nung nakaraan? Oo, na parang pati nga Dominator meron din nga yata. Pati God Taka maglalaro sila sa susunod na semifinals. So, mukhang nagsisibalikan na naman.
Actually, they can join naman
Oo
kasi
nga,
pag
basta hindi sila manalo.
Oo. Pwede silang sumali sa ibang ibang branch qualifier. Like right now is CDO. So, okay lang yun at as long as kaya nyo naman mag-travel.
Tsaka, ano naman, tinan mo naman, yung quality talaga nila showing that they would make semifinals again out of those bloody best of ones na 64, mga ganun. So, yeah, quality pa rin naman talaga. And this is what they want talaga if they really want to take their game to the next step. And maraming salamat talaga sa OMEN by HP kasi they're giving these players a chance to better themselves as players.
Shadow Amulet for the Slardar. Pero naspatan siya dito ng isang ward on their side. At dahil dyan, magti-TP out na lang ang side ng Universe 7 while this OD nagpa-farm lang dito happily sa may bottom lane. And again, Troll Warlord up with the Aegis. Questionable for me is that they are not making any moves out of this Aegis pickup. Still waiting.
Well, I think it's still a way off for they're maybe waiting for that one more item to ensure their successful push. Maybe let's look at the items, tingnan natin kung ano ba yung hinihintay nila. So halfway towards that Shadow Blade, yung Troll Warlord
As well as the
Slardar. Shadow
Actually,
Blade.
Slardar meron ng Shadow
Meron
Blade.
na. Shadow Blade Gaming. Interesting pickup para sa Slardar.
Here comes the battle trance mula dito sa Troll Warlord. But the Barrow Strike dito, connection. But the repel, wala kay Pau Pau. Actually, not gonna engage dito ang Dominator. Samantala sa may bottom lane, konting split push pressure wala sa Invoker. But still the battle is here in the mid lane. Barrow Strike to connect, but there's gonna be the global silence commitment. Nakuha nila si Pau Pau dito with the Slither and Crush, but the Shadow Shaman will be eliminated. There's the GA commitment mula sa side na ng Dire. The Tornado, EMP, actually it's just a Sunstrike. Ghost Ship connects on 2. Defensive Astral mula sa OD dito at nakapagtago na ang Slardar. There's the Epicenter, Barrow Strike combination dito. Omni Knight will be down. Look at the Slither Crush, catches 2. Aegis will be popped though, but Reds Blue still being aggressive dito. Yan natin makapag-shrine at yun na nga, hindi nila mapapatay yung Invoker. Will that be the case? Looks like it won't be. Super hyper aggressive na naman dito Dominator. Outworld Devourer will pay for his life. But here comes Pau Pau. I think this is a buyback, no? Nag-respawn lang siya dito and mukhang mapapatumba na siya. There's 3 down on the side of Radiant and that's Troll Warlord as well. Super aggressive na naman.
A survivor. He might not even get out there.
He
X
won't.
will connect and that will be a team wipe Para sa
5
kanila,
kamote.
sobrang asim gaming. Pag ahead ka naman, they were
Yeah.
super ahead and that is giving their opponents a chance to come back into that game.
Actually, di pala napatay si Pau Pau nung time na yun.
Mhm.
Seems like he died. I'm pretty sure he did.
Baka nag-revive lang siya.
But I guess it's just,
Mhm.
yun nga, low um, response.
True,
Kasi
true. Tsaka
maaga pa naman eh.
maaga pa. So mga 20-30 seconds lang naman yung respawn timer at this
Yeah.
point. Unfortunately, Invoker did not survive that clash. If he did, that would have been a big deal
Yeah.
para sa kanila.
Again, isang matindi-tinding stacks dito makukuha. That's a big swing. Almost 4,000 ang swing natin in terms of net worth
That is a
dito.
huge swing.
Huge swing. Sabi mo nga parang Swarley. Pero tingin ko it's more about the hyper-aggressiveness.
Oo nga, they have to control themselves
Yeah.
because, you know, if you are that ahead, look at that. Nanggaling sila sa bottom. The tier 2 tower was still there. Pero pinasok pa rin nila.
Siguro masyado na rin silang kating-kating gamitin yung Aegis nila. So gusto nilang gamitin. But it was a great start mula sa kanilang team dito. Especially eliminating the Shadow Shaman. Forcing out the GA. Slithering Crush were perfect. Pero masyado silang naghabol dito sa...
Exactly,
sa
oo. Parang,
and that's a tier 3 tower. Tapos in the middle, meron pa mga tier 4 tower.
tsaka
150 damage is not something that you can shrug off. Parang
true.
Swarley.
Tsaka, yung Aegis that popped sa tier 3 pa lang, pero they still wanted to fight.
Questionable plays.
Very, very questionable play para sa side na to. I mean, they are still ahead, pero if they continue doing that, they might as well give it to their opponents.
This could be a deny of tower sa top lane, but the EMP plus the deny, ay hindi niya ma-deny dito. Thankfully,
Thanks to that
outplayed by
tornado.
Invoker. Ganda ng EMP para hindi makapag-deny. Pero dito nako, nag-ahabol si Slardar. Nahuli niya dito. It doesn't have the follow-up though. Baro Strike will not connect dito. X-mark the spot para sa Slardar. There's the torrent. Ice Wall to further advance their defense pero wala na magkakaroon ng further engagements doon. And that's, wala naman. Nagkaharasan lang.
So, this is, sa mga nagtatanong dito, this is the OMEN by HP eSports. So, naglalap, semifinals. First semifinals, meron pa tayo mamaya. Tapos grand finals. Later tonight, this is Universe 7 versus Dominators.
This is open qualifiers naman to mga chicks. So, kahit sino, kahit hindi sikat, kahit kayo, pwede kayo sumali
Kung
dito.
gusto nyo sumali, bibigay namin yung details mamaya after this game.
Yeah. Actually, correct about that. Now, Pau Pau, meron na siyang Hurricane Pike. But Midori Masama with the blink in, hindi niya na mauuli. Actually, there's the force of defensive. Ginawa siyang manok. There's a silence commitment to cancel the shackles. Baro Strike connects on one only.
the
But there comes the
bashes.
Troll Warlord with the bash. Sabi mo nga dito, epicenter commitment. Wala siyang mahabol. But Pau Pau though, might be in trouble. Magandang gust. Pretty decent but still being chased by this Outworld Devourer. Samantala dito sa may bandang baba, there's a tornado connection para sa Sand King. Dust will be applied and that's goodbye para sa Sand King. 2-for-1 trade so far with the buyback mula sa Omni Knight. X-Mark sa spot para makontrol ang Troll Warlord. But ginawa siyang fried chicken, ginawa manok at niluto dito. But here comes Pau Pau with the return kill para sa Outworld Devourer dito. No chance to survive and another overextension mula dito sa Dominator. Nagbabayad
Universe
sila
7
naman siya
must
dito.
be feeling really
Holo,
good right now.
Invoker, TPs dito sa may bottom lane. Tornado, tatama pa, tumama dito. It looks like might kill this Silencer. Look at that. He just run over that
Oh,
Silencer.
the damage. Definitely there para sa Invoker.
That's precision aura, alacrity.
And look at that. Just like that,
Wow.
nearly 3,000 now ahead of that Troll Warlord. Sa pag-aasim na yun, and especially if he's level 20 now. Once he reaches that 25, likely he will go for that Tornado talent. So even harder para sa side ng Radiant to push into that high ground. Very annoying hero to deal with once he's level 25.
And ngayon, nakakuha pa rin ng Roshan ang side ng Universe 7. Cherry on top of it all.
And around 1,200 gold away from his Black King bar, itong Draw Ranger na to. And
On top of the Rebel.
on top of the Rebel, Cheese has been left behind. I have no idea. Di yata nila in-expect. Kala ko makakalimutan nila ang Cheese na yan. Pero
Yeah.
BKB, a very big deal, especially against that OD. No damage pag walang Arcane Orb.
Speaking of BKB, the thing with the lineup, I mean with Dominator dito kanina, masyado silang nasa lamang na pwede mo i-justify na hindi sila kumuha ng magic immunity like the BKB nga naman.
Parang
But
ngayon pa lang na magbe-BKB
Oo,
yung
but,
OD.
yeah, but right now, it could have beaten them on the back end kasi hindi na sila makapag-teamfight ngayon.
And they have to wait. They
And
have to play defensively until they
Yeah.
buy that Black King bar. And the Black King bar, not a very quick item to
Yeah.
farm. Even with good GPM, that's around 10 minutes maybe to farm.
OD. Ngayon, meron siyang Black King bar but the Troll Warlord still ways away mula sa kanyang Black King bar dito. It can easily be dealt with by the heroes of Universe 7. And look at that, the Invoker. Sabi nga kanina dito sa Swarley, he's already now level 21. Well ahead of the Troll Warlord. Thankfully dahil sa kanyang, I would say, safer play na mas conservative na kanyang paglalaro.
Well, siya naman parang they are giving him the farm priority over that Drone Ranger. Parang mga galawan evil geniuses. Binibigyan ng farm priority si Samael over RTZ.
Yes, but there is the smoke. Sa Universe 7, wala silang Invoker dito. They will find the Sand King. Dust. Do they have the Dust? No, hindi sila namin dito. They do have the Sentry,
No,
but
just
too
a
late
bit
already. Dust, commitment, walang mahuli. Sand King wants to dip back to the fight. Is this the right call? Mukhang hindi, babalik na dito both teams. Fortunately for Universe 7, they weren't prepared.
For that invisible
for
Sand
that
King.
invisible Sand King, sabi mo nga. And what a timely rune para sa isang Sand
Oh,
King.
could have given them even more momentum. Momentum definitely on the way of the Dire. That kill would have transitioned into further tower damage, maybe even a tier 3 tower. But yeah, let's see how these teams try to fight around. Maybe they will definitely wait for the next items on the side of Radiant. Black King bar still malayo-layo pa. For the side of the Dire, parang wala na silang time limit at this point. Draw Ranger and an Invoker scales very well in the late game.
Totoo yan. Although, Invoker, I mean, Outworld Devour is nasty, I would say, late gamer din. But, madali siyang kontra. Kumbaga, madali siya i-control.
True.
Kasi hindi naman siya ganun kabilis sa matake. He's pretty dependent on his arcane orbs to land. Then, kailangan napakaganda rin ng pwestuhan niya.
And tsaka once he is singled out, a very easy takedown din nga. Pag wala siyang Astral Imprisonment. Sure kill. Pero with the Black King bar and the Force Staff, working towards that Hurricane Pike will really help him survive those team fights. But the amount of crowd control sa side naman ng Dire, that is the Kongka, the Shadow Shaman, and the Invoker. No easy way to play around those heroes.
Speaking of easy ways, look at that. Drow Ranger easily hitting this tier 2 tower with the help of the repel, alacrity, pero madedinay pa rin ni OD. Still, the fact remains, nabawasan sila ng Torre dito. So, sabi na lang dito ng side ng Universe 7, we do have the lead. Let's play safe. Meron silang Aegis of the Immortal, but they will not, well, be aggressive dito. Might give the time for the Troll Warlord though to find his
Black King bar,
but
yeah, which
still
is
ways
a
away.
big deal, but really, the high ground push of the Dire is, I mean, high ground defense of the Dire, I mean, is very potent.
Sand King plays na ng ward pero naspatan siya ng Universe 7. I doubt that's long for the world. So Universe 7 actually trying to make a move on dito sa may top lane. Although there is a lot of defense mula sa side ng Dominator.
Has picked up the Rod of Fate also. Good item pickup para sa kanila. More crowd control. But on the side of the Dire, Mechanism is up on that Omni Knight. A bit late, but it is okay on the hero. Will work towards that Guardian Greaves likely. Especially with the Arcane Boots already there.
Yep, tsaka ang laking factor nung pagtanggal niya ng silence using the Guardian Greaves.
Make sure he can still cast that Guardian Angel at a clutch moment.
So now, what is the plan for both teams? Ito rin masama. Meron siyang Shadow Blade dito.
And almost on his Black King bar as well. So really they are
silence will be committed. Who are they chasing though? It's quite...
Yeah. Nagsalita pa. Yawa daw.
Oh.
Sabi.
A bit of PM, but the Aegis will expire. Coincidentally, yun din yung timing na gusto dito.
Parang go signal para sa side.
Parang go signal pa para sa Dark side.
Wala kaming global silence. Halika, tara na.
Yeah. Okay, so here comes a heavy push mula dito sa Dark side. Serpent Wards will be committed. And Cliff activated mula sa Radiant pero without it. There's the Barrow Strike
Ooh,
dito
just
pero hindi
on the
kumalik because of the
Lincoln
Lincoln Sphere.
Sphere.
Right now, he's getting caught by the EMP. Wala na siyang mana. He has to back down. Ice Wall also stops him from being too aggressive dito. There is the X mark into the torrent but the tier 3 tower ay napatumba na agad dito ng Dark Side. And sabi nila, sige, trabaho lang tayo dito. Let's go and not be aggressive. Although I say that, there's Pau Pau though. Getting got by the Rod of Athos. What is the plan? Mukhang
That will-
shine na lang ang target
That will
dito.
be that good discipline being shown by the Dire. In complete contrast kung anong ginawa ng Radiant kanina.
Speaking of aggressive, look at that. They find the Invoker. Meron pa kasamang bash dito. But there is gonna be the torrent to kind of zone them out. OD will use the BKB Ghost Ship. Tinamaan lang sa Sand King dito. But dito sa may bandang likod, napapatay nila si Konka. Although, no, they won't be able to kill that Konka. OD down. GA will be activated. And dahil dyan, kailangan mag-back ng Radiant dito. Naku, napatumba pa si Slardar. They're still chasing. Although, they will drop down the Konka. Look at that. The Arcane Curse proving to be a bit of a problem para sa Dark Side, but I doubt that they care. And look at that. The Lincoln Sphere to save this Invoker as well as the Repel. And that's the Silencer down. 3-for-1 trade so far. And there is no chance. I mean, aggressive pa rin nila dito.
Yeah,
Ginawang manok yung Slardar. BKB activated by Pau Pau. He doesn't care at all. And that's the Slardar down. That's the dieback dito. Troll Warlord, wala siyang magawa. The Global Silence not being available in that fight proves to be a big problem
And yet another
para sa
set of
Dominator.
Raxes. Likely won't be Megas just yet kasi may tier 2. Pero you saw what happened kanina. Over-aggression by that OD. BKB at the start of the fight. Pero once that BKB was down, he will go down. Definitely. Dies instantly. No more damage on the side of the Radiant.
And that's Barracks. 2 sets of Barracks down. Still chasing dito, but Sand King, again, that surprise Lincoln Sphere mula dun sa Invoker, hindi niya masyadong, well, surprise for the Sand King na may biglang Lincoln Sphere yung Invoker. Kaya when he initiated dun sa fight, na-pop lang yung Lincoln and now that meant na nandun siya isang napaka-pangit na spot, awkward na spot dito. So no further initiations mula dun sa Dominator. And again, sabi ko nga, the global silence not being available meant na lahat ng defensive skills, lahat ng offensive skills na meron ang Universe 7 na bato nila.
Yeah. And such a bad misclick from the Silencer, giving them that opening. Diba? One misclick sa global silence, 2 Raxes ang nakuha.
You can't afford a mistake, especially in this best of 1 semi-final matchups dito. What is gonna be the answer mula sa Regent side? Do they still have this game?
Well, they will try to do what they do best, and that is play on the aggressive. Mukhang nag-group up sila dito, might go for that smoke, might go for that pick-off, pero look at the position of the Dire. They're also together, expecting that smoke.
You told me this when, parang nakwento mo sa akin na nakwento sa ito ni Coach Scans na kapag behind ka, you have to play aggressively.
No, you play impulsively when behind, and you play conservatively when ahead. Play smart when you are ahead. Exactly. Very wise words from Happy Feet's very own Coach Scanzor.
Oo, si Coach Scans. But, unfortunately, baliktad yung ginawa nung Dominator kanina. Right now, they're playing conservatively. Kanina, they're playing impulsively, and that dahil binalitan nila yung order dito, sila ngayon ang namomoblema. They were ahead by a significant margin in terms of control, in terms of farm.
It was in the bag na talaga for them.
In the bag for them, but they were far too aggressive. Here comes the initiation though. Forstaff will create some space, pero mas stun pa rin siya dito. Konka, do you have the survivability? The answer is no. Oh shit. Just for
50
to
seconds
mourn
without
for his
that
Konka.
Not that big of an opening, pero
No.
you take what you can get.
Oh
when you
no.
are behind.
Slardar still wants to chase. There is a 2-man stun. Silence will be committed dito. Ang ganda Barrow Strike, tatlo tinamaan epicenter. GA will be committed, but that's the Drow Ranger down already. The Serpent Wards will be laid down at mukhang makapatong pa dito Slardar. No! Just yet, there's the Sandy's Eclipse dito, connection para sa Invoker para makataas pa rin siya with the help of his Omni-Knight. But the Omni-Knight might pay the price. Tornado connection on for Freddy. Makakaligtas pa siya. There is the repel Sunstrike. Then nag-share sila dito. Still chasing Troll Warlord. Isa na lang. There's the aggressive Lincoln. They will take down that Omni-Knight 3-1. A good break para sa Dominator dito.
Bit of breathing room. Still,
Yeah, but the
two
Invoker's
Raxes
still
down.
alive.
And parang kanina, they were doing that very perfectly, but that push, really, that dive in the tier 4 tower really spelled their doom in this game. Yun naman talaga nakikita natin ang mental fortitude. But then again, these teams have been playing since the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. So medyo may mental fatigue na rin at may impatience na rin ang mga teams natin dito. Again, global silence ang susi para sa Dominator dito. Whenever they can use yung kanilang global silence, they come up on top.
It has to be perfect though. Especially with the, I'm sure the Omni Knight has those Guardian Reefs, those BKBs are available on a multitude of heroes on the side of the Dire. So easy dispel sa global silence as long as they play conservatively with those silence dispels.
Now, a
May
big
Lotus Orb pa nga ang Kongka at this point. So much dispel on that global silence available at this point.
yung sasabihin ko dito, Invoker din, meron ng BKB. So, the control din wala dito sa Radiant side. Yun na yung naging problema nila kasi
Fall off na talaga tong
they
silencer.
are really falling off.
Tignan mo kanina, 18 minutes in, meron siyang 18 intelligence stolen. Now, how many minutes in? He only has 24. How the mighty have fallen.
How the mighty have fallen. Let's see. There's a big standoff dito sa may Roshan. Tornado connection para sa Troll Warlord. Smoke para sa the dark side dito, pero Radiant side hindi na napapansin. Napapatumpa kanilang base. Comes the Hex para sa, well, that's a Troll Warlord. The big take of a global silence will be committed, and that's 1-0 so far. Troll Warlord still fighting against this Drow Ranger, pero siya pa yata makapatumpa gandang kills dito mula sa Invoker. X marks the spot. Not gonna connect on the torrent. There's the Barrow Strike epicenter combination dito, and now the Invoker's in a bad spot. Lotus Orb will be used on him. Wala siyang detection dito mula sa dark side. Or
The
do
power
they do
of
have
that
this?
disarm.
But here comes the Troll Warlord still chasing, wants to kill. Will take down the Kunkka. So 3-4 nothing so far. Tornado, para madami na naman. Sunstrike will eliminate that Troll Warlord. Pero itong Invoker na ako napalimutan na. And looks like that's 4 down.
They have the force
on the
buybacks.
side of, well, this Universe 7.
What Radiant has to do is the force buybacks and make sure they back once those buybacks are forced. Kasi kung mag-assume na naman sila part 2, all of that hard work will go down the drain. Hard work in trying to salvage. And there we go, wising it up. They backed after those 2 buybacks. Unfortunately, Invoker was playing safe. Hindi siya nag-buyback at that time. I think Roshan is up. So they will likely give it to the Troll Warlord who has expended his buyback. And that will be probably wait for another pick off before forcing high ground. Ito ang feeling kong game plan dapat dito ng Radiant.
A little bit of a power play mula sa Dominator. Sabi mo nga dito, kailangan nag-buyback ba talaga yung Troll Warlord just to secure this Roshan? It's commendable, but it's a risk, I think, na kailangan nila i-take.
It's a risk. They're falling pretty behind. And this is their way to secure that comeback after that.
Kasi Aegis in the hands of the Universe 7, I think that's gonna be a big problem para sa Dominator dito. So I really, medyo, anyway, para sabihin natin risk nga naman ito yung tinake. But I think it's a risk that they had to take dito.
Plus,
Kahit pasabihin natin sobrang high nun.
Very true. Pero Drow Ranger and Omni Knight, no buybacks at this point. Only Invoker. So if they kill any of those 2 heroes back, they could easily claim this game once more.
High risk, high reward maneuver para sa Dominator. Let's see if it will pay off. But interestingly, paring Swarley dito, ang Aegis ay binigay nila sa Outworld Devourer. It does have the buyback on cooldown.
Maybe he is just more confident. I mean, the Troll Warlord is just more confident that he can get the cheese off rather than the OD. But yeah, it's all about, I guess, confidence, on that Troll Warlord. I would have liked it better on that Troll Warlord, especially after that buyback. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Starter with the BKB. Samantala, Sand King picks up the gem. Ngayon, some rewarding mission na kanyang ginagawa dito. While the Troll Warlord, picking up with the BKB, nag-stop na yung kanyang item progression dito after the BKB Shadow Blade. On the other end naman, it's Invoker na napakayaman nitong BKB Lincoln. Sobrang defensive. Does have the Aghanims as well. Working his way towards the Octarine core. While the Drow Ranger is actually having his butterfly right now.
He has his cheese din pala.
Yeah, may cheese pa rin siya dito. Now, this is tricky para sa
The
Dominator.
first real damage item
Yep.
coming out on the draw. Parang puro defensive. Hurricane Pike and BKB earlier. And this one, definitely more damage. I think all around for his team, Precision Aura is based off on agility.
Yeah. Big boost para sa Invoker in terms of right-clicking. Kahit pasabihin natin caster ang isang Invoker, napakalaking tulong pa rin ng mga right clicks na yan. Although no, look at that, the Troll Warlord finds the Invoker, will break out. And actually tempted to go for the Arcane Rune dito. Will not be killed.
He does have his buyback though, so he can take those risks. But still, you wouldn't want your Invoker dying for no reason like that.
Tigil putukan muna tayo dito, Swarley. Mukhang pares sa team natin dito ay gusto lang mag-farm. The discipline is much needed by any of these teams. Sobrang importante para sa ng dalawa.
At least hindi nag-tilt dito yung side ng Radiant, especially after that very, very bad throw action, I would say. And yeah, both they have been making good decisions as of late. See how they do try and swing this around once more in their favor. Parang they had it, pinakawalan nila. Ngayon huhuliin na naman nila. Parang ganun yung kailangan nilang gawin.
That's gonna be the case. Solar Crest actually picked up by Dominator on top of the Guardian Greaves. Samantala, Shadow Shaman, Ghost Scepter plus the Force Staff. May Glimmer Cape and Lotus Orb. Kogda. Ways to dispel this silence.
So, really, they are still in control, especially with their items. A lot of disengage items during that battle trance. Very, very crucial.
Was a Slardar na nag-deny double damage room dito para sa side team. But again, even with 2 barracks down, hindi pa rin katapusan para dito sa Dominator to. Still showing a lot of life dito, sides of life. And actually, yung Draw Ranger not having his buyback for 3 more minutes.
And I think this is a missed opening para sa Radiant. Kasi they forced 2 crucial buybacks from that Omni-Knight and that Draw Ranger. Tapos, pinabayaan lang nila eh. They played passively. Parang naging over conservative. Pero then they are going for that smoke. Buyback still not available. So, good opening para dito.
They might find Pau Pau dito. No buyback for him. But good Force Staff to low ground. Makabubuhay siya dito. It's a wasted smoke, I would say, para sa Radiant side. Good game sense din mula dito sa Universe 7.
Salamat
touching the tank.
Salamat sa 145 viewers natin ngayong gabi. Nandiyan si Jam JZC. What's up daw, Uncle Wolf and Uncle Baron. Isang matitindi natin supporters ng Mineski TV. Salamat sa inyo.
Salamat.
Magandang gabi.
There we go. Just more harassment dito. Invoker trying his best to apply some split push pressure. Meron siyang level 25 but he went for the AOE Deafening Blast.
Ooh, interesting. But it's disarm very good against that battle trend. So I see the utility, the decision making from that. I mean, yeah, kanina maybe if they were really still behind, maybe going for that tornado. But since they did, nabawi talaga nila in droves. Sorry.
Who will reign over this game? That's the question. 46 minutes in. Little bit of lead para sa Dire side. 3,000. Pero consider mo yung na dalawang barracks ahead sila. It feels like it's a very close game pa rin.
It's been a roller coaster of a game, definitely. Parang kanina, really just looking 100% in control ang Radiant. Pero, yeah, misplays all around. Gave Dire a way back, and they could really close this out very easily if they play it well. That is just one side ng Rax just preventing the Megas. Though I think kaya naman talaga mag-defend ng Megas ang Yung ang Radiant.
Radiant side, they have the Troll plus the Outworld Devourer. Sand King ngayon, meron ng Shiva's Guard. Actually, not opting for the um, classic na Aghanim Scepter dito, but I kind of feel that it's necessary against the right clickers na
Yeah.
meron dito.
It's an anti-precision aura item.
Yeah.
Yeah, armor for yourself plus Basky, the attack speed slow. Adds up
Sobrang
pa
laki
rin
nun.
naman eh.
Actually, nakakalaking pa but here comes sa top lane. Nako, nabigyakan nila si Troll Wars Invoker. I mean, there's the bash connecting dito para sa Invoker. Nako, napatumbangan nila yung Invoker dito. A free kill going in favor of the Dominator with some lucky bashes dito. RNG
Definitely
has been good.
Favoring Troll Warlord. But tignan natin, they can force the buyback here. I think that is the right move for them. Just force buyback and back. Yun lang.
Let's see
Take
if that's
that.
gonna be the case.
Take that economical victory.
Oh no, Sand King. Overstepping na naman dito. Nahuli siya ng X-Mark into the torrent, but
There we go.
the dire side will not commit.
Grouping up at the mid lane.
Oh.
Invoker
They need
will likely really have to, if they want to defend this at all.
But
Battle Trance is available too.
thing with the dire side, pwede nila actually i-sacrifice ang isang lane dito. Lamang naman sila ng dalawang lane. And there is no global silence. So maybe looking to fight this. There's the aggressive maneuver again mula sa Sand King. GA commitment dito. Slither cashes too, but Serpent Wards will be laid down. Buyback mula sa Invoker. Naku nila yung Sand King, but I mean the starter. But the starter does have the BKB. Now they catch the Sand King, but nakapag-heals lang dito Sand King to dodge the Chaos Meteor. The Ghost Ship will not connect on anyone. Napag-disjointed ng laban na to. And Kuka in the middle of the lineup of the Radiant side. Shackle mula sa high ground, but that will not prevent the death of his teammate. Defensive Astral dito, makakatakas ba? No, there's gonna be the Tornado connecting. Bardo Strike, hindi rin tatama. Magandang repel dito. And from the high ground, pinapana lang siya ni Drow Ranger. Now they're still chasing. 1-4-1 trade so far. Gust will be there. Rod of Atos para sa Omni-Knight. Ginawang baboy. Itong Drow Ranger. There's gonna be some bash not connecting Guardian Creeps to help him out. There's the Epicenter, Bardo Strike, Savvy's Eclipse, a lot of damage. And tatlo agad na patumba dito. Now they're chasing on to Pau Pau. Will there be enough? No. There is gonna be the counter strike mula dito sa Drow Ranger. Napakunat lang dito ng Troll Warlord. Sun Strike will not connect. So there's gonna be the buyback mula sa Kunkka. But again, Barracks in trouble. I mean the Ancient in trouble. Ito.
And so much
Go
buyback.
for 3 for tower.
A prolonged fight, maybe I feel that Radiant could have disengaged sooner, especially after picking off that Kunkka. But they stayed. I mean, they could have, parang pwede mo na nila ibigay yung Slardar nung na-shackle na siya. That is just the Slardar. You don't wanna risk the life of the Troll Warlord and the OD this late on, especially with the momentum that they have.
The thing is that a big loss para sa Radiant side? I think it is. Losing that therefore is...
And they did not get any objectives.
Yeah.
Ngayon, someone has to be on guard duty.
Yeah.
So, likely, ideally...
Ang pinaka-win lang nila dun is the no buyback for the
Invoker. But buybacks will be available for that Drow Ranger and that Omni Knight.
Yep.
So,
actually, Omni-Knight had to buy back.
Buyback pala.
Yeah, but again, may fighting force pa rin dito ang Universe 7. Samantala sila, they're scrambling for their damage. But good news para sa Radiant side dito. May buyback si OD, may buyback si Troll.
True.
Let's see if they will...
Let's see how they really played around this. Roshan is actually available now. So, could be the next play for both teams. That ever important Aegis plus that cheese. Ika nga ni Manjin, A-cheese.
A-cheese. A-cheese sabay mo. 51 minutes para Swarley. 4,000 lang ang kalamangan actually ng DTR dito, Dominator. Despite losing 2 sets of barracks, sila pa rin
They are
lamang
still in the game. Parang kanina, they just calmed themselves down. Stop throwing na. And there. They could still pull this out.
What is the response though mula sa Universe 7? Because again, despite having the GA, ang problema kasi dito, merong Arcane Orb na pure damage which can go through the GA. And marami rin silang magic damage courtesy
Plus
of
nakikita
the
mo
Sand.
kanina yung pag nagba-battle trance yung Troll Warlord, he gets so much intelligence in that short time. Scouting out that Roshan with that Sunstrike, grouping up na dito ang Radiant. Pero will they make it? Corrosive Haze as well as that Troll Warlord is available.
This is pretty important para sa Radiant side. Dominator will get the Aegis of Immortal. Momentarily, yun na nga, napunta siya kay Troll Warlord. No more further defense.
And they will have to concede that Roshan. Fortunately for them, Invoker can still just pressure out the lanes, and that is exactly what he is doing. TPing over to the bottom lane will make sure na may magandang wave na nagpo-push out para hindi makakommit into that 5-man push ang Radiant. Yung mga tamang galawan lang, especially na sa top lane sila ngayon. No Rax is still down. I mean, no tower, so their shrines, map control still heavily in their favor.
Objective-wise, lamang na lamang dito ang Universe 7. But in terms of momentum
momentum really nabawi dito ng Troll Warlord. Ang ganda rin talaga yung lineup nila eh. The synergy, they have so much synergy across their lineup, I would say.
The Sand King also tries to deal with the pating na mid lane. So that tornado into the Sunstrike to harass. Nako po, Wenkay. Maybe no man's land, but here comes the Invoker actually TPing here. It's the Shackles commitment. Magandang Sidrin Crush dito. Sino ang mapapasama? That is the question. There's the Global Silence being committed, I mean. Epicenter into the Barrow Strike. Will take down the Shadow Shaman. But here comes Midorima, nagbigay na siya dito. Hinahampas lang niya si Outworld Devourer with the help of the Battle Trance. Pero siya pa mapapasama doon. He overstayed his welcome. But here comes the OD. There's the Hex para kay Pau Pau. Pero napagbigay dito si Pau Pau. Si Silent's Eclipse dealing a lot of damage. Ghost Ship, commitment dito. Dalawa tinamaan ng Pau Pau. Might have dealt the damage. Defensive Astral dito. But the Troll Warlord will activate his BKB. Turns around for the Kunkka. Will take him down. And that's one down dito para sa side ng Dire. And ako mo si Pau Pau napapasama dito. He has the butterfly but he will not survive. That's 2 down agad. Make that. Actually, there was a buyback mula kay Midorima. So, 2 for 1. But a very important takedown dito.
Parang could have been a big pick off, but Slaughter was at the right place at the right time. That double 2-man Slithering Crush really allowing them to take control of that fight.
Grabe itong labanan natin dito. Sobrang intense. Parang Swarley. This is the semi-final matchup. Best of 1. So whoever wins will advance to the grand finals. Whoever lose.
Napipili ba ako sa Shadow Shaman? Ang ganda ng galaw niya. Hindi siya namamatay. He rarely dies with that Glimmer Cape, Ghost Scepter, as well as Force. Pero yung general position niya, very effective.
Troll Warlord spotted dito by the Sentry Ward. Very brave. He does have the Aegis. That's why he's brave dito even with just 600 HP. Ice Wall, there is the power strike dito, bearing aggressive ginawang manok siya, but the Slither Crush will be there for the follow-up. No, there's the Shadow Shaman down. They're still chasing. Triple BKB dito mula sa Radiant side, and Troll Warlord might have overstepped his bounds. Aegis will be popped. Pau Pau though finds the Slardar.
Dieback on the Slardar.
Dieback on the Slardar nga naman in Epicenter. Barrow Strike combo with the Yules, but not enough damage. Troll Warlord being controlled dito, being kited around, but the Omni Knight might pay for his life. No,
nice
the Ghost Ship will be there and force that defensive as well. And buhay dito ang ating Omni Knight, but the Troll Warlord will not survive. That's an Aegis as well as a death dito para sa Troll
That's
Warlord.
100 seconds without that Troll Warlord. Such a big opening dito para sa side ng Dire. And this could be Megas. Actually, I think this will be Megas. Even the game, maybe pa nga.
Yeah.
That is an open throne with Alacrity and that on that Draw Ranger.
Kung ano yung nagpatalo dito sa DTR kanina, yun pa rin nagpapatalo sa kanila
Silencer,
ngayon.
buyback, but no. Global Silence is available, but what can you do without that Troll Warlord?
Good question dito. Napaka-dependent ang OD sa kanya Troll Warlord at this stage in the game to use that battle trance and for him to help this Outworld Devourer.
60 seconds, the long trip from the Dire side. Nandyan na sa wakas ang Dire. It's still so much time.
Aggressive dito, but there is the defensive repel dito mula sa Omni Knight. That Hex will not be long for the world. Pau Pau still poke dito, but XD actually wants to apply some split push pressure. There's the Global Silence commitment.
They are going
But
for
look at
the
that,
ancient.
the GA will be there. The Silent's Eclipse, ang dami din naman dito. A lot of damage being dealt, but still no closeout. Buhay pa rin si Pau Pau. There's the Torrent dito sa Sand King, the Ghost Ship as well. And Pau Pau dips back to the fight. Takes down that Sand King. And now, OD yung mapapatumba dito. He does have the buyback. Silencer in no man's land, getting caught as well. Ako po, Pau will be taken down by that OD. Pero siya pa yata mapasama dito. The Serpent Wars doing a lot
There
of
we
work.
go.
That's
GG.
Ancient and GG.
Ah,
Well,
the-
hard-fought victory.
Pretty well hard fought, but yeah. A bit of dropping the ball
Yeah.
talaga sa side ng Radiant. They were so ahead. Pero that aggression in the tier 4 tower mga 25 minutes in. Something you will do in a pub but not in a competitive
Not-
setting.
Especially in a best-of-1 series.
And this is, I don't think this is the first time that they Universe 7 have played in a lot of open qualifiers before.
Yep.
So parang nawawala pa rin talaga yung yung mental discipline, which is a big part naman talaga ng competitive scene. You really have to keep your head in the game, and Dominator, sadly, they didn't. Could have been,
Yep.
I mean, yeah, could have been theirs. I really think, see how much that was how much goal lead was that?
I mean, meron silang about, would say, nasa almost 10K. Mga
10K.
nasa 8K net worth.
They were in so much control. Silencer getting out of hand.
And makikita mo rin kasi yung yung mechanical skill nila, yung team fight nila, magaling din eh. They are very kanina 'di ba?
Yung
Kinoment
game,
natin yung
mechanical
teamwork
skills
nila, mechanical skills and
yung
teamwork
tanking
nila.
the tower habang
Tanking the tower,
naka-shackles.
defensive astral imprisonment.
Their mechanical
see it
skill
eh.
was there, pero
It's a
they
discipline.
really have to
Yeah.
improve their mental